What's up to all you cool people watching this review? Savage Gamer here. And since you're clearly a fan of PSVR2 and VR gaming, consider helping this channel to grow by subscribing and liking the video. And unlike many of these bigger VR channels, I actually read and reply to all of your comments because I'm not a stuck-up snobby little prick. So feel free to drop a comment and engage. Now that I got all the stupid shit YouTube tells me to do in order to see the channel gain any growth, let's get into this review. Underdogs on PSVR2 is at its core a roguelite arena fighter. A combination of genres I'm kind of becoming burnt out on, in all honesty. So I didn't think this title would really resonate with me personally. But how wrong I sincerely was. There are so many unique features within this title that accumulatively, the end result is an orgy of awesomeness, to put it bluntly. The storyline is dark, gritty, and unapologetically vulgar, presenting itself in still-framed comic book-like readings. The missions may vary from rescuing a mob boss's daughter from a life of prostitution, or being either robbed by or possibly killing a group of ruffian children. The outcomes are quite unpredictable, as the end result are selected by way of essentially a hidden roll of the dice, which I typically am not a fan of random luck over transparent skill, but nonetheless it does make for an interesting and intriguing playthrough. The meat of this game, however, is 100% found within its combat, utilizing the PlayStation VR headset's superior features such as haptics, graphical capabilities, and eye tracking in order to really sell the immersion factor played out with the physics engine doing a ton of heavy lifting. Each hit actually feels impactful, allowing you as the player to really feel as if you are in this giant clunky mech suit of armor and weaponry, whether using saw blades to cut right through your enemies or spiked wrecking balls on chains to slam the living shit out of them until they burst into pieces of scrap shrapnel. It all just works to really allow you to feel the violence that you are causing on screen. It's games like this that really showcase the power of virtual reality and just how far PSVR2 has progressed in the immersion factor over all other VR platforms. And as you further in progression, the enemies and boss fights become far tougher, as you may have already assumed. However, trust me when I say there is one hell of a brutal challenge ahead of you. If repetitious self-punishment is your kink, then by all means, Underdogs is the perfect title for someone like you, for those who refuse to accept defeat and who demand a tougher challenge. Look no further. Now, I know I am late to review this title, a game that released several months ago, but I could not justify doing a review until I felt I had actually played enough of it in order to give my honest feedback about it. With that said, I've put 30 hours into Underdogs at this point, then have never, I repeat, never made it past day number 10. And believe me, I have tried very fucking hard to pass day number 10. I just can't fucking do it. Which leads me to my biggest complaint about Underdogs. It feels brutally unfair at times.
Fuck, man, this is what they're here to see. Left arm in critical condition. The left arm, it's shock.
My best example on why I can't pass day 10, in the arena, I fight countless enemies, all picking apart my armor, knocking down my health, even tearing my fucking limbs off. And somehow, against all odds, I defeated all these enemies, barely standing, fighting non-stop for 10 or 15 minutes straight. I'm out of breath, I'm covered in sweat, and my mech severely damaged and on the verge of falling completely apart. Then suddenly I realize it's not even over yet. Then they drop this huge boss in within a brand new shiny mech suit with all his arms and weapons intact and with full health, while I have one arm, 10% of health left, and I feel like if I farted in this mech suit, it would just blow apart at this point. So I stand no chance in hell. I really wish there would be an interlude where my team could offer to at least repair my missing arm, replace some of my health, anything. But no, it's literally from the frying pan right into the fucking fire. And I have honestly just given up attempting to surpass day number 10 now. I've taken enough abuse. I've been humiliated enough to know when it's just not gonna fucking happen, and it's time for me to move on. Now, that doesn't make Underdogs a bad game, but it does feel lacking in design, as no game should make its players feel it's just hopeless to even try because of how unfair it is to you as the player.
Lock in when you're ready.
Now, I did have a ton of fun with Underdogs, and as for the graphics, visuals, sound design, and haptics, it's all top notch. I wish there were more of a reason for me to continue playing it, but as I stated, I've put in enough time to know I'm just never gonna make it past day 10. And I'm left with feeling that playing it anymore after so many attempts is just me wasting my time. Because the game offers me no hope of beating a fresh boss fight, while my life is dangling from a fucking thread by the time I actually face him. With all that said, I feel it's a game I would recommend, with a big caveat. That being, unless you can beat most Dark Souls games, and enjoy the odds stacked entirely against you, maybe this one just won't be for you. And while I did have a lot of fun and loved that visceral feeling of the combat, ultimately having to throw in the towel due to just not having an equal advantage against the game feels incredibly cheap to me. Like I've been cheated out of experience this one through to the end.
Yo, I can get used to this. Alright, sir. Close it up. The energy here is insane. She's all yours, bruv. She's our ticket into New York.
Ultimately, I've decided I'm giving Underdogs a 7.5 out of 10. It does so many things right, but ultimately, if I can't possibly complete it, and not due to a lack of skill, but due to the game having a totally unfair advantage over the player, I feel that's kind of a big problem. But maybe it's just a me problem. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Have you made it past day 10? Or do you also feel like this is kind of a pretty big barricade to make it through? Maybe I'm not alone on this. Maybe I am. I can only go by my own experiences. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed my review. And until next time, have fun, stay savage, and keep gaming. I'm out, y'all. Peace.